Hello everyone, welcome to the new chapter of biology. In today's class, we will discuss about our new chapter, some basic concepts of the new chapter. Chapter 3, Plant Kingdom. So, in the previous chapter, chapter 2, we had discussed about Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, as well as Kingdom Fungi. Right. So in this chapter, we will discuss the remaining classification, which is actually one of them is Kingdom Plantae, and another one is Kingdom Animalia, which comes in the next chapter. Actually, this chapter is mainly focus about plant kingdom. So this five kingdom classification, as we know, Plantae, Animalia. This five kingdom classification was actually given by Robert Whittaker in the year 1969. We had discussed it earlier. He was the one who first introduced this five kingdom classification, and on the basis of this five kingdom classification, several changes were done lately. And today, if we are having so much knowledge about the different microorganisms or any higher order organisms, it is because the five kingdom classification that had been done by Robert Whittaker. Okay, further discussing this chapter actually deals with the plant kingdoms classification, where there are five different classes of kingdom Plantae. First one being algae. Algae comes under kingdom Plantae because algae, majority of the algae are autotrophic. That's one of the factor. Second factor is that many of them have many algae. Most of the algae have cell wall. So we know very well that plant kingdom, most of the organisms will have this cell wall present in them. So algae comes mainly under plant kingdom Plantae. The remaining we will discuss one by one in our upcoming classes. Bryophytes, P is silent here. Pteridophytes, this P is silent. Pteridophytes, uh, angiosperm and gymnosperm. Algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, angiosperm, gymnosperm. This is the main classes which come under kingdom Plantae. Okay, so in today's class we will just study the introduction about algae category of organisms. Further discussing, there are some topics which are not that much relevant, so you can go through by yourself. It's just about how the different classification process took place, what are the present classification scenarios that are taking place, what is cytotaxonomy, what is chemotaxonomy. Cytotaxonomy mainly depends upon the chromosome structure, the structure of cells, etc. Chemotaxonomy mainly depends upon how different plant parts are there present, so that it could be used in the present day scenarios. That's all. Let's start with the basic thing, algae. So what is algae? Algae are chlorophyll possessing organisms. They have thallus present in them. Thallus are specific structures which are found in organism. They are specific structures actually. Since algae have chlorophyll, they are autotrophic. They produce their own food. They produce food by on their own, and also they are aquatic organisms. Kingdom Plantae, or sorry, algae are aquatic organisms, means they can be found in both fresh water as well as marine, means lakes, ponds, rivers, seas. You can find them in everywhere. Okay, sometimes they are found in different places also, like moist stones, soil, wood. They are also found in association with fungi, and also some animals on some animals also they are found with some animals association. They are of different size, they are of different shape, they range from different size and shape. Sometimes they form colonial size, means they form a group of cells, just like in organism Volvox organism. Sometimes they are filamentous, they form small filament like structure like Spirogyra. The main thing that we need to understand here is algae actually produced by three methods mainly. One is vegetative method, another one is asexual method, the third one is sexual method. So how do they do these different methods? For vegetative method, algae use fragmentation process. We are well aware about fragmentation. Like for example, if we have a plant structure, this one suppose, for reproduction process they divide into different fragments. And these fragments develop later into specific organism. Then when they become, then they are at the verge of reproduction, they divide again, they form new fragments and they form new organism. So that's how fragmentation process takes place. So that's about vegetative reproduction. Then comes the asexual method. For asexual method, plants, sorry, algae use zoospores. Okay, these are specific parts which is actually known as zoospores. They are found in them. These zoospores, these parts actually help them in they help them for the asexual reproduction. Okay, they are actually spore type structure. Then is the main thing the sexual method. For sexual reproduction, they have we know that for reproduction process to be done in a sexual method, two gametes are very much needed. Two gametes. One means one male gamete and one female gamete. One male parent and female parent is necessary for this purpose. There are different type of reproduction process in sexual method which varies on the size of male and female gamete, and because of the variation or difference in the size of the male or female gamete, there are mainly three types of reproduction, sexual reproduction in case of algae. Okay, the first method is isogamous reproduction. So what is actually isogamous reproduction? Isogamous reproduction is nothing but where the gametes are of same size. Gametes are of same size. Such type of reproduction process is known as isogamous reproduction, and it is found some organisms like Spirogyra. Algae, it comes under algae category. Then comes another type of reproduction, unisogamous. From the word itself it is clear. Isogamous means one which have same type of gamete. Then what will be anisogamous? Anisogamous means one which has different structure of gamete, means gamete will have different structure. The main example of this is actually, the main example of this type of reproduction is Eudorina. This also comes under the algae category. The third reproduction process is oogamous. Oogamous. So what is actually oogamous? It's nothing but where the male gamete is small in size and female gamete is large in size. We said it is about the size which matters. Male gamete here is small in size, but it is movable, it is motile, it is movable. And female gamete is large in size, but it doesn't move, it is non-motile, means which doesn't move. It has been found in some organisms like volvox actually. These are the different type of reproduction methods that algae undergo. Now, algae are useful in many ways, means they are very much useful in different ways. They are very much helpful in carbon dioxide fixation, which is done on Earth, so that the plants can undergo photosynthesis process. So they are helpful in carbon dioxide fixation. Okay. Second one, they are actually the one who increase the level of oxygen in the environment because they are photosynthetic. Since they are photosynthetic, they help in the increase of oxygen in the environment. Okay. Third, they are actually primary producers of food in aquatic region. Means in especially in marine habitat, they are actually very much used as a energy rich component. They are used as very much food energy rich component. Sometimes they also even prepare food by for themselves, and fishes or larger aquatic animals depend upon them. Okay. Then it is also useful in different processes like agar, which is one of the algae category organism. It is actually used in making ice cream and jelly. It is used in making ice cream and jelly. Also specific category organisms, Spirogyra. It is sorry, not Spirogyra. It was Chlorella. This species of algae is used by the space travelers for when they go for a space voyage. It is used by the space travelers because it is rich in protein, and since they need protein rich content in their food, they cannot take food with them. There are some specific problems in that for using. It could be very harmful for them. The food which is being made here could react when they go out of this particular into particular space. Also there are some other reasons also. So for chlorella, with the help of chlorella, they survive in the outer space, as this chlorella is a protein rich food and space traveler use them very regularly. Okay, so these are actually the attributes of what we say as algae. Now algae also has three classifications. Algae also has three classifications. First one, Chlorophyceae. Phyceae. Chlorophyceae. Second one, Phaeophyceae. Second one, Phaeophyceae. Third one, Rhodophyceae. Third one, Rhodophyceae. These are the categories of king of algae which are mainly found. Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae, Rhodophyceae. Means these are different type of actual algae which are found in our environment. This is actually the green algae. This is actually the brown algae. This is the red algae. Okay. This is green algae. This is the green algae. This is the brown algae. I don't have brown color, so I am writing it with orange. And this is the red algae. So these are the three different types of algae which are found in our environment, and it is classified under this category. Chlorophyceae. Chloro, this word itself means what it is. Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. Okay. So we will discuss it further in the next class. That's all for today. Write the notes regularly which has been given, and hope you are understanding the concepts what had been taught. Thank you and have a nice day.